Hello everybody, here with more Tyll'achievements, Star Trek Online, Interim. So, loading into Kronos. I almost said Kinos, that's a completely different game. Or rather, loading into... Yeah, this is Kronos. Blah, 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 put my teeth back in. Okay. So, So, I'm going to start. I am going to do the red alert event thing first, because that's pretty quick and easy.
Resistance detected. Human entrance 0047. Through attempt. Please are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
More like I'm gonna shoot this Borg ship down. Borg Dread. And there we go. That's the red alert thing done. And now, to try and get some of these endeavors done. So yeah, gonna head to Nimbus here. Some crafting mats in there. Throwing away some tribbles. So now we wait. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting to Nimbus. Yep, I'm heading for the Gorn Canyon. The goal being to get the yellow Endeavor, and also possibly the green. Yep, almost at the Gorn Canyon area. Oh yeah. This is going well. But yeah, my goal here is the yellow. You know, I mean, if I don't get the green here, that's fine. And honestly, I probably won't get the green. But like I said, my goal is not the green. My goal is the yellow. There we go, got the yellow. Okay, what's throwing rocks at me? Alright. So now I'm gonna go to Gonkra and do the universal. And let's see what is in the Endeavor box. Energy credits, okay. And I have an Endeavor perk point to spend, nice. Shield resist, turn rate, or weapon damage. I'm gonna go with the shield resistance. Going into Alpha Quadrant, because that is where Gonkra is. And yeah. And will I hit the first Federation thing? Will I hit the Sarius beacons? I don't think I will. Yep, just making my way to Gankra. And looking at my receiver, looking for that. Okay, 1899. So I'm slowly getting there. I'm slowly getting there.
Welcome to Gankra.
Okay, so this is actually an almost cleared Gankra. So I'm going to do what I can on this Gankra.
Fight off the incoming Tzenkethi ships to keep control of the
Okay. Yep, got that cruiser. Yeah, this is tricky.
Tzenkethi facilities. Reinforcements are inbound.
Yeah, this is tricky, but I think it's doable.
close asteroids and tow them away from the enemy launch facility.
So, more of a blasting Tzenkethi ships. There we go. What? There we go. There we go. Yeah, it's just frigates.
We've stopped the Tzenkethi for now. Our allies are coming to hold the area.
Okay. Time to blast this cruiser here. Blast the battleship. And let's see what's over this way. Gonna pop my cloak open, up my cloak. I see some cruisers and battleships. Alright. So, yeah, we're getting this. Then blast this battleship. And this one can go as well. Okay, that's just a load of frigates. Not anything I really care about. Back there. Okay, that's a cruiser. Yeah, I didn't get credit for that one, because I've joined the fight too late. Yeah, my game's having trouble handling all these ships.
The dreadnoughts. No. Down. Attack now.
Okay. Yeah, that didn't count. And now the entire zone's going to be heading for Tzenkethi. Which means I can try to pick off one of these ships. You know, if I can pick off that cruiser, which
Well done.
honestly, taking the death to pick off that cruiser was very much worth it. And now I wait. and this is now a fresh, it is a fresh, Dankra. And the question is, will this battleship count? I hope it does. I spent a lot of time fighting. Yep, it counted. And just take down this cruiser. The battleship's not going to count. What about this battleship? This one should hopefully count. Yeah, that one's not going to count. But if I pick off this cruiser here, that counted. Hopefully this battleship can be the last ship that I need. No, it didn't count. Because I got caught up on the structure. Got it. You know, might as well finish this point. You know, finish catching this point. You know, capping it, whatever. we capped it. Or we will cap it as soon as these Tzenkethi ships are dead.
Tzenkethi facilities! Reinforcements are inbound!
Alright. I'm just gonna transport out of here. So, I go to Drozana.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Okay. Time in a bottle.
May I help you? Oh, wait, you must be. I'm sorry, but the business facilitator is busy at the moment and cannot be disturbed. Yes, but Quen left me explicit instructions about this. He's in the middle of a delicate negotiation to triple his profits on the sale of a rare Delta Quadrant artifact, and cannot be disturbed. Maybe, let's see, it was something. Krenim, I think? Oh, Delta Quadrant treasures are all the rage right now. Artifacts from cultures the Vaadwaur wiped out are particularly valuable. Quen's made quite a bit of latinum bringing them back through the gateways. Now, that profit-sharing plan he promised me hasn't materialized, but is it my place to complain? Look, Quen hired me to answer the comms and chat up the customers, not to be security. Go right in. Just try not to break anything. Quen will find some way to blame the damages on me.
Alright.
Not so fast! The gentleman with the rather imposing associates over there has just made a very competitive offer for the device. Care to make a counterbid?
You said there weren't any other buyers, Quen. And now what do I see? Klingon warriors here to cause trouble and drool on things. Guards, get these riffraff out of here so I can conclude my deal in peace.
Okay. Got the green. And making progress toward the red.
Fine. I'll add what I was going to pay those guards to my offer.
Hold it! I am not son of Grand Nagus Ron. And I am a Ferengi. And when you deal with these people, you deal with me. You have a choice. Either deal with me,
could come to an understanding.
That's what I thought. Now, kiss the staff. Get out! Not you, Quinn.
Here's my best offer. How about we agree on a price, and you get your Delta Quadrant doodad, and I leave. Everyone's happy. No? Fine. How about I answer your questions, and maybe then I get to leave? But let's get on with it. Every minute I stand here, I'm losing a strip of platinum. Time is a very valuable commodity. The device is Interim in origin. Specifically, it's from the Interim Imperium. Constructed sometime in the mid-22nd century, if I had to take a guess. Strange piece of technology. I haven't seen anything else like it. Highly advanced, and it has hallmarks of Interim work, but it's, odd. Definitely odd. The Vaadwaur, that's what. At one point, the Interim Imperium held more than 200 star systems in the Delta Quadrant. They lost some of that territory in a couple of wars, but overall they were doing well. Not the biggest business in the quadrant, but not the smallest either. When the Vaadwaur started their war, Gaul took a special interest in the Interim, bombed them back to the Stone Age, and then some. As far as anyone knows, the Interim are basically extinct these days. I picked it up from a Tyll'achian who wanted to trade for supplies. He told me he got it from the Tyll'a system. That was it. There used to be a Interim colony there, but it's gone now, just like the rest of their empire. The Tyll'achian wasn't very clear on that. He just said, gone. If I'd asked any more questions, he might have increased his price. As a show of good faith to the son of the Nagus, I'm willing to tell you for free. But don't let this get around. It would ruin my reputation as a businessman. The device emits some unusual energy readings. The shielding may have malfunctioned, or maybe it's not fully operational anymore. I'm not sure. But that's why I'm selling it as an antique. As is, and no refunds. Do I look like a member of the Vulcan Science Academy to you? I don't know. It's yours now. You paid for it. You figure it out. I hope it doesn't blow up your ship. Now, may I go so we can put all this unpleasantness behind us? I want to drown my sorrows in a comet cocktail and think about all the profit I didn't earn today.
All right.
Don't let the staff of office and these good looks fool you. I'm here as a Starfleet officer, and I don't normally flaunt my family connections. But in this case, it seemed like the best way to solve the problem. So I borrowed my dad's second best staff. Interesting. I know Voyager encountered the Interim during the journey, and Tuvok was looking for survivors of the Vaadwaur purges. And for now, though, perhaps we should concentrate on learning what we can from this device. Quinn left without taking down his security, but fortunately I know how to get around it. This isn't a very sophisticated system. It's hardly worth the latinum we paid for it. If we overload the EPS conduits, we'll create a cascade failure in the system that the control protocols won't be able to handle. That should drop the force field. I think you can overload the EPS conduits in the corner there.
Alrighty.
Now that the power flow is disrupted, we can override the administrative access requirement. The controls are, yes, over here by the artifact.
Alrighty.
Excellent. Now we can get a good look at this. The waveforms aren't like anything I've seen before. I think I'm getting something. This is definitely Interim in origin. And Quinn was right on the age. I'm also seeing some repeating elements in the base code, almost like a signature. And that strange energy Quinn was talking about is actually chronotons. A lot of chronotons. And chronotons mean temporal manipulation. This little box just got a lot more interesting. I'll take the device back to my ship, the Chimera, and have a look while we're on the way to the Kiana system. From what I understand, Voyager sent an away team to the Kiana system a few weeks ago, but they encountered some resistance and were forced to pull back before they can find what they were looking for. But now that we have this, maybe we'll be able to find what remains of the Krenim, if there's anything left to find.
Okay, I am going to make a quick run to the restroom, and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. So, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to open these two Endeavor boxes. Quarter of a spec point, nice, nice. Alright.
I'll take the device back.
Time to continue this mission.
I've explored many places as a Starfleet officer, but this is my first time seeing the Delta Quadrant. According to Quinn, the Krenim artifact came from this system. I hope we haven't come all this way just to chase ghosts. I've had a chance to look at the Krenim device, although I'm not sure how to activate it yet. It's definitely designed for temporal manipulation, although I don't think it would enable someone to travel through time. It's almost like a step sideways, if that makes any sense at all. I'll keep working on it and let you know if I learn anything more.
Alrighty.
Voyager's preliminary scans of the system turned up a number of anomalies, but nothing conclusive. According to Krenim records, though, there's supposed to be an M-class planet in this system. We're not reading anything like that on the sensors. Could be. Let's check that wreckage out first. It might give us a better idea of what happened out here. And we should be on the lookout for Vaadwaur. Preliminary scans indicate they've been actively patrolling through this system.
Alright. Alright.
Keep an eye out for Vaadwaur. They're still patrolling this area. If I had to place a bet, I'd say that wreckage is where this artifact was found.
Alright, let's see what there's about the wreckage.
Vaadwaur on an intercept course.
Haha, take that, Vaadwaur.
The weapon signatures are definitely Vaadwaur. According to Voyager, the Krenim were a fairly small society. There had to be a reason the Vaadwaur went out of their way to target them. Let's move. There might be more ships in range.
Alright.
There are more Vaadwaur on an intercept course, but we may be able to avoid them. I suggest we use the mineral content of the asteroids I've marked to conceal our energy signatures. Vaadwaur sensors aren't as good as ours. Most of their technological advantage appears to be directed toward making better weapons. So it should work, as long as we don't attract their attention before we get out of their path.
Also, I could just, cloak.
Vaadwaur patrol. I don't think those heralds detected us. Let's hope they don't come back this way.
Here's hoping.
Heralds inbound. The
Well,
Vaadwaur must have gotten a signal out.
well, at least it's not Vaadwaur. Okay, I'm gonna shut down that energy gateway. Because it's healing the Herald. I almost said it's healing the Vaadwaur, but the Vaadwaur's dead. There's no healing the dead Vaadwaur. It's just not gonna happen.
Something about the Krenim that was such a threat to the Vaadwaur and the Iconians that they're still patrolling the old Krenim systems. If we can find more Krenim technology, or maybe unlock what we have, we might be able to find out what is so important. That could be something the Alliance can use against the Iconians. I recommend that the Chimera and your ship patrol the outer system while we take an away team to the surface. I'll bring the device and keep trying to learn more about it.
Alright, ground section.
This doesn't make sense. There's nothing here that would cause the readings I was seeing from orbit, but there are traces of chronotron particles. I've never known chronotrons to appear naturally without some sort of temporal manipulation going on, but there's nothing here. I'm starting to come up with a theory, but I need some more data. I recommend we take some additional scans. Exactly, but we need to be quick. Those patrols we encountered in orbit will be missed soon. I'm going to order the Chimera to try to avoid contact, but warn us if more ships arrive.
All right.
These tall spires are charged with temporal energy.
Okay, let's take a scan of them.
Curious. It's almost like it's in a state of temporal flux. I need to get some scans. There's something going on.
Okay.
There are more mineral deposits over there. There's a resonant frequency here that's not natural. I'm reading another anomaly ahead.
We'll have our radiation scan mini game. And there we go.
These anomalies have a shape, like a warp field, but not quite the same. The only other place I've seen sensor readings like this was in the wormhole. There, behind those rocks.
Okay.
Hurry, they'll be here any moment. This area looks defensible. Get ready. I have an idea. We need to use the device. I've been trying to activate it, and I've almost got it. Keep them busy. If I can get it working, I should be able to conceal us. they come!
Okay. Yeah, we are making progress on that red.
More reinforcements inbound! I'm working as quickly as I can.
And I'm shooting heralds as quickly as I can.
Watch out! There's more of them! I need more time to align these frequencies!
Ah. Good old-fashioned dead box.
Almost there. Just one more connection and that should...
Got the red. Just swap out some gear. Oh yeah, this is so much better. Got more heralds. Alright, more of them.
If you'll forgive the pun, I managed to buy us some time. It's taken me some time to convince the Interim to help us, but they finally agreed. Remember how I said the device could remove someone from the time stream? It did. That's where we are now, in the temporal bubbles. And how we perceive time in here is a little different than outside. That's why the Heralds can't see us. We're out of their timelines. Out of all timelines, in fact. While we're here, it's almost like we don't exist. No one's shooting at us. I think that's a good thing. The Krenomar, they're a little touchy. Almost being driven to extinction by the Vaadwaur has made them suspicious. But they're willing to talk to us if we help them stabilize the temporal energy. I suggest we help. I wouldn't want to be in here if the fields collapse.
Okay.
I've had some time to observe you and Captain Nog, and your actions make it clear that you are no friend of the Vaadwaur or the Heralds. This does not, however, assure me that you will be allies to my people. The Krenom have lost much. Our empire is gone, and our people have been killed or scattered. We are what remains, and I will do whatever I must to protect this system, even if it means leaving you to face the Heralds alone. You have already repaired some of our emitters that were damaged by the attack, but there is more yet to do. Should our temporal equipment fail, this location will be instantly overrun by Heralds. If that happens, none of us will survive. Our time stream is approximately half a second off real time. We found that's all that's needed to conceal our presence from our enemies. We can observe what happens in real time, as well as the possibilities that come from alteration of the timeline. Perhaps if we'd made different decisions, we would be able to confront the Vaadwaur as directly as you do. Alas, they overwhelmed our defenses too quickly, and we lost our fleets and most of our worlds. Now I fear that altering this present would come at too great a price. The scientist who developed this technology did so to try and correct a terrible tragedy that befell our people. But no matter what he did, or how many alterations he made to the timeline, he was never able to completely restore all that was lost. It was as if time itself fought against him. Ultimately, his quest was a failure. But remnants of his work remain, and we have used those to protect what is left of the Imperium. I've had some time to observe you and Captain Nog. You have already repaired some. More of our emitters must be realigned, and there are other pieces of equipment my people are already working to repair. Assist my team, and then we will talk again.
Okay. Those heralds can't fight me here. First, let's see what's in the Endeavor box. Oh, nice. Nice. Energy credits. Elite crafting mats. Dilithium. Nice.
Your fight overloaded some of the power couplings we used to moderate the temporal flow. If we had a contained space like the technology was originally designed for, this wouldn't be a problem. But we keep pushing the boundaries of what these flow modulators will do. I'm rerouting the power to take stress off the damaged couplings. But first, we need to get this capacitor aligned and ready for the transfer.
Okay, now it's starting to look like something.
Alright. So that's one thing done.
The temporal compensators are out of alignment. They help keep us at a stable point in the timeline. If they fail completely, we could end up lost in time. Grab a hyperspanner. We need to get this fixed before the drift coefficient moves out of the safe zone.
Alright.
Good. I'll put the next location on your tricorder.
Okay.
Hold this. No, hold it right next to the bracket, or the spanner won't... There. Got it, thanks. Something is putting too much stress on these components. I'm not sure what it is, but we don't have enough spare parts to keep rebuilding this transceiver. Grab a tricorder and run a level 3 diagnostic. Maybe there are some microfractures. If we can find and repair those, this should hold out until I can fabricate a new unit.
Okay.
That should do it.
So yeah, we've helped Krenim. I'm on a different character from the one that Krenim attacked in the stream proper, so...
You've shown you're willing to help. Now perhaps we can come to a mutually beneficial arrangement. We have Anorax's plans, but not the... Interesting. The Heralds are opening a gateway. The repairs should be enough.
I beg mercy, Great One. It appears they used a cloaking device and escaped. You are forgiven. Make preparations to depart. As you command. An interesting development. These sentients have proven to be resourceful. Already they have thwarted our plan to bring in the Solanae fleet. And yet they injured even you, Tzenkethi. I advise caution. They are more dangerous than they appear. We should bring their worlds
There were Iconians right in front of us and nothing. They had no idea we were here. We were completely safe.
The only protection left to my people is our ability to manipulate time. But it is something we must do with great care. Even the most innocuous of changes can ripple through reality in unexpected ways. My people and I have made Anorax's theories of temporal manipulation our lives' work. In at least one temporal variant, his ship made the Krenim Imperium the undisputed masters of this region of space. If only we could recreate that vessel. Anorax designed a ship, a wondrous vessel that could manipulate the time streams and erase elements in an attempt to bring about a desired result. Our records show that he even attempted to use this vessel to restore the Krenim's fortunes, but he was defeated by an unknown alliance. Afterward, the Krenim Imperium declined, as perhaps was its fate all along. We were diminished, but content to let time progress as it would, until the Vaadwaur. The first Krenim worlds to fall managed to warn the others. When the Vaadwaur came, we hid ourselves in the time stream. It was the only way we survived. Before the Vaadwaur arrived, we were working on a relic. It was a replica of Anorax's time ship. With it, we could have gone back and eliminated the Vaadwaur threat before it even began. The Vaadwaur's assault on the Imperium took too much from us. Now we possess Anorax's work, but not the means to bring it to life. You have seen what our technology can do. We have the designs. You have the manpower and the materials. Perhaps your governments would be interested in mutual cooperation. Allow us a chance to undo what the Vaadwaur did, and we will give you something that will erase your enemies from time itself. There's more here than what you've seen.
You've hidden the entire planet?
Yes, we removed ourselves from the time stream to stay alive. With your help, we can change everything.
You hid an entire planet, but you can't build this time ship on your own?
We have the plans. Our resources are almost gone.
We have shipyards, workers, and all the materials you could need.
Precisely. We revealed ourselves to you as a gesture of good faith. What will you do in return?
The Iconians and the Heralds are gone. It's safe to resync with our time and contact our ship. But this is huge. A whole Krenim colony that survived the Vaadwaur? One that has temporal technology that even the Iconians can't counter? A weaponized time ship that can erase entire civilizations like they never existed? This could change the entire war. We could have a chance now.
All right.
Temporal mechanics is not a complication we need, but this weapon they are proposing sounds intriguing. You and Captain Nog were correct in thinking the Alliance would be interested in investigating such a thing. Personally, I approve of anything the Iconians might fear. Kapla!
Alrighty.
The war continues, and all of our warriors are needed to fight. Please report to the Kiana system. Our partnership with the Krenim is starting to bear fruit, but the project may take more time to complete than we have left. We must consider any plan that ensures our survival. The war can...
So, I am not not going to be doing that right now. I'm going to be heading back to Quonos. Excuse me. And toss the dribble out the window. I mean, why would I not toss the dribble out the window? Dribbles are annoying. And that is up to 1931. Nice. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. That's at 394. All right. That is Polaron. So that goes here. Then this is anti-proton, so that goes there. As far as this, I'm just going to toss those in the account bank. And before I forget, okay, I don't want to forget this. I'm refining dilithium. And yeah, so many of these just need dilithium. Alright. Now to head over to Federation side. Nice, nice. Now I have a second rank 4 for duty officers. Unfortunately, I'm going to need 4 rank 4s for the achievement. So, what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to focus on development. 5 provisions, 6 synthale, and 3 entertainment. entertainment. Okay, so I need another 2 entertainment provisions. Okay. Now, maybe engineering next? And science, maybe. Okay. So, continuing to get closer and closer to tier 6 on the reputations. Okay, so as far as marks below 45, we only have 1, and that is Gamma. Iconian and Discovery are close, but they're not there yet. There we go. And that is going to be probably it, although I do want to refine dilithium first and all that mess. And of course, also, and I'm on the wrong character to feed energy credits. Dang it. There really isn't anything I can reasonably do for a lot of this stuff. That said, 7 and 12, 19, K13 provisions. Yeah, that I can do. There we go. Yeah, so this is going to be it for this video. So this has been Tyll'achievements interim video on Star Trek Online Recruits. Till next time, this is Tyll'a signing off. Thanks for watching.